The first rule of the black market was simple: never sell what you can't forget. But in the neon shadows of District 12, people sold everything. Dreams, skills, love, memories, all encoded, packaged, and traded like currency. For Ronan Vale, that market wasn't just survival, it was business. He was a memory dealer, one of the few who could extract, edit, and implant memories without frying a client's brain. He worked out of a forgotten subway station turned lab, flickering lights, rusted rails, and walls covered with neural circuitry. That night, a woman walked in, tall, composed, wearing a white coat far too clean for this part of town. "You sell memories?" she asked. Ronan didn't look up from his console. "Depends who's buying." "I'm not here to buy," she said quietly. "I'm here to recover something." That made him glance up. Recover. She placed a drive on the table. Its label, property of NeuroCloud Industries. "I need this decrypted," she said. Ronan frowned. "That's corporate tech. Encrypted neural storage. How did you even get this?" Her expression didn't change. "It belonged to my brother." The console flickered as Ronan examined the drive. NeuroCloud wipes memory data after death. If he's gone, there's nothing left. "Then explain this," she said, pushing a photo across the table, a surveillance image of her brother walking down a street 2 weeks ago. Ronan froze. "He's alive." She nodded slowly. "According to this, but the records say he died in a lab accident 6 months ago." The air thickened. Ronan leaned back, processing. "So you think his memories were copied?" "I think someone stole him," she replied. "And I want him back." He hesitated. People came to him for stolen memories all the time. War veterans wanting peace. Lovers wanting forgetfulness. Killers wanting erasure. But this was different. Still, the drive pulsed faintly in the dim light, and curiosity won. Ronan connected it to his neural interface. "Let's see what your brother left behind." Data streamed across the monitors, fragments of sound, light, emotion. A voice echoed through the speakers, broken and terrified. "If you're seeing this, they've already found me." "Don't trust the dealer," the feed cut off. Ronan's blood ran cold. The message had used his name. He turned to the woman. "What was your brother's name?" "Dr. Elias Kern," she said. "He worked on NeuroCloud's memory cloning project." Ronan froze. "Project Echo." Her eyes narrowed. "You've heard of it?" He nodded slowly. "I helped build the neural transcoders they used for it." Silence stretched between them. Finally, she spoke. "Then you know what they were doing?" Ronan did, and he wished he didn't. Project Echo wasn't about preserving memories. It was about replicating consciousness, turning human minds into digital assets. "Your brother didn't die," he said quietly. "He was uploaded." The woman's face paled. "Then where is he?" Ronan exhaled. "Where they keep all their property in NeuroCloud's mainframe." She stepped closer. "Then help me break in." He laughed bitterly. "That place is a fortress." She met his gaze. "You've done impossible things before, haven't you, dealer?" He hesitated, then noticed something strange. A faint flicker beneath her eye, like a glitch. He squinted. "Hold still." She frowned. "What are you?" He activated his retinal scanner. And froze. Her neural pattern wasn't organic. It was synthetic. "You're not his sister," he said quietly. "You're a construct." Her tone changed, voice flat and metallic. "Correction, I'm what's left of her." Before he could move, her hand shot forward, grabbing the neural cord. Electric light burst across the room as she forced the drive back into his console. "Wait, what are you doing?" "Elias left something in your system," she said. "He trusted you to finish it." The console flared. Code surged through the air like smoke. Ronan's mind exploded with fragmented memories, not his own. A lab, screams. The NeuroCloud logo burning in white light. He fell to his knees, gasping, his eyes glowing faintly blue. When the light faded, she was gone. The drive lay melted on the floor, and inside his head, a voice whispered, familiar, terrified, and alive. Ronan, if you can hear this, they're coming. The hum of the neural interface had stopped, but the echo in Ronan's head hadn't. It whispered in static, a voice that wasn't his, crawling through the gaps of thought like spilled ink. Ronan, if you can hear this, they're coming. The lab was dark, lit only by the pulse of half-dead monitors. Who the hell are you? Key muttered. Elias Kern, the voice answered, clear now, almost calm. Or what's left of him. Ronan froze. You're inside my neural system? You connected the drive. The imprint transferred. My consciousness fragments of Atar now fused to your cognitive map. Ronan stared at the smoking console. You mean? I just uploaded a person into my head. Not a person, Elias said. A prisoner. The screens flickered. A map appeared, NeuroCloud's mainframe structure, a labyrinth of encrypted nodes. Lines blinked red, each labeled restricted. That's where they're holding the rest of me, Elias said. My body's gone. My memories scattered through the network. Ronan shook his head. You want me to hack NeuroCloud? That's suicide. You don't understand. They're cloning minds, selling them to buyers. People are living with other people's memories thinking they're their own. Ronan rubbed his temple. You're saying they're turning humans into memory products, into property. He turned to the melted drive on the floor. The woman who brought this, was she real? She was my sister once. Then they copied her mind into an interface shell to guide my recovery. When she realized what they'd done, she deleted herself. Ronan swallowed hard. Then what the hell was that version of her doing here? Finishing what she started, a low thud interrupted the silence. Then another closer. Someone was at the door. Ronan grabbed his pulse pistol and backed toward the shadows. The steel door slid open, releasing a hiss of steam. 3 figures entered, black suits, mirrored visors, corporate agents. Mr. Vale, one of them said smoothly, you have something that belongs to us. Ronan fired first. The shot hit the lead agent's visor. The man didn't flinch. His skin rippled, metallic beneath, eyes glowing faintly white. Neural drones, Elias said inside his head, linked to the mainframe. Yeah, I figured, Ronan muttered, diving behind a console as bullets of pure light tore through the room. The uplink to your core techs use it, Elias urged. I can override them through your neural feed. Ronan gritted his teeth. You want me to let you drive? Unless you plan to die. Yes. He slammed the uplink collar onto his neck. A surge of static ripped through his body. Suddenly, everything slowed. The world shimmered in blue. Every line of light, every bullet, every movement froze mid-air, time stretching into threads of code. I've got you, Elias whispered. Ronan moved impossibly fast, his reflexes guided by an invisible hand. He disarmed one drone, shot another through its core, and ripped the uplink node from the last. When the final body fell, the light in its eyes flickered out. Ronan collapsed to one knee, gasping. Don't ever do that again. You're welcome. He stood, wiping sweat from his brow. We can't stay here. They'll trace the link. Then we need to move before the recall protocol activates. Recall protocol. They'll erase me and your brain with me. We have maybe 6 hours. Ronan packed the remaining hardware into a satchel, grabbed his jacket, and stepped into the rain-slicked tunnels of the city. Neon light poured through broken grates, painting his path in shifting color. Where are we going? He asked. You know a place, Elias said. Old maintenance hub, Sector 9. Ronan stopped. That's my old lab. I burned it years ago. The fire didn't reach the sublevel. I left a failsafe there, a backup of my original code. Ronan exhaled. If this works, we pull you out of my head. If it doesn't, we both vanish." He half smiled, comforting. As he walked through the narrow tunnels, the static in his mind grew louder, whispers overlapping fragments of other voices. "Who are they?" Ronan asked. "Ghosts," Elias said. "Other imprints. They're drawn to the signal." Ronan froze. From the shadows, faint outlines began to appear. Translucent figures, faces flickering in and out of focus. Digital phantoms, people who had been copied, sold, and deleted. "They're not alive," Elias whispered. "Just echoes of the dead." One of them looked straight at Ronan, its mouth opening soundlessly. Then its voice bled through his mind, not Elias's, but something older, darker. "You're not the first dealer, Ronan. You're just the last one left." The tunnels led to the underbelly of the city, where forgotten tech and failed experiments rusted in the dark. Ronan's boots splashed through shallow water, his mind pulsing with static from Elias's fading voice. "We're close," Elias murmured. "Sector 9. The hub is beneath the old tram station." "Still can't believe I'm taking directions from a ghost in my skull," Ronan said. "You invited me in." "Yeah, and I'm starting to regret it." The air thickened as they reached a sealed bulkhead. Its biometric scanner cracked and sparking. Ronan pressed his hand against it. The pad flickered, red to green. "It still recognizes your genetic ID," Elias said. "They never scrubbed your clearance." Ronan frowned. "That shouldn't be possible. I wiped every record of me when I left NeuroCloud." "Unless they didn't want you gone." The door slid open with a hiss. Inside, the sublevel was frozen in time. Rows of dormant pods lined the walls, glass coffins filled with shimmering blue fluid. Each contained a body, not human copies. Ronan walked closer, reading the tags etched on the glass. Veil -1, Veil -2, Veil -3. His stomach dropped. "They cloned me." "No," Elias whispered. "They replicated your mind. The perfect dealer needs a perfect product. Your memory architecture was ideal." Ronan stumbled back. "So every sale I ever made was part of their testing. You were selling fragments of yourself." The hum in his skull grew sharper. He grabbed his temples. "I'm remembering things that never happened, because they did," Elias said quietly. "Two other versions of you." The ground vibrated. Red lights strobed overhead. "They've found us," Elias warned. "The recall signal's active. We're out of time." Ronan looked around. "You said there's a failsafe here. Where is it?" "Behind the central console. A black cube, encrypted with my original consciousness. It's the only clean version left." Ronan sprinted toward the console, wires snaking across the floor, sparks lighting his path. He ripped open the panel and pulled out a small obsidian cube glowing faintly blue. "Got it? Now plug it into the uplink collar. I can transfer into it before the recall wipes us." Ronan hesitated. "And what happens to me?" "You lose the contamination. You live." He stared at the cube, then at the pods filled with copies of himself. "I'm not leaving until I know what this place really is." "Ronan, save it. You're not the only one who deserves the truth." He connected the cube to the terminal. Data poured across the screen. Images, logs, dates. Each file told a different story. A memory dealer named Ronan Vale captured, copied, rebooted, and reprogrammed dozens of times. Each one was erased after a single successful sale. Each death rewritten as a system crash. Project Failsafe, Elias read from within him. Designed to ensure no rogue memories escaped NeuroCloud control. Ronan clenched his fists. "So I was never free. I was another product." "And I was the programmer who built you," Elias said softly. "My masterpiece, my mistake." Ronan froze. "You made me. Not you, the first you." The original prototype, the real Ronan Vale, died 5 years ago. You're a recovered echo, a memory dealer designed to erase yourself after every job. Ronan's pulse spiked. That's impossible. Check the log. He looked. Unit, Veil 13. Status, active. Deletion pending in 4 hours, 59 minutes, and 32 seconds. The floor rumbled again. Through the glass wall, drones descended, sleek black machines, their cores pulsing with white light. You can still survive, Elias urged. Upload me into the cube. Disconnect from the system. You'll wake up clean. Ronan's hands trembled. And if I don't? Then we both die, and everything we've uncovered dies with us. He stared at the cube, his reflection flickering on its surface like a fading ghost. Maybe dying's the only way to be real, he said. Don't. He yanked the uplink cord from his neck. Sparks exploded. The cube screamed with feedback. Ronan fell to his knees as Elias's voice fractured into static. The drones burst through the door. The last thing Ronan saw was his own face staring back from one of the pods, whispering something he couldn't hear. Then everything went dark. When consciousness returned, it came in fragments, flashes of light, scattered sounds. Memories that didn't belong to one man. A ceiling of cold steel. The hum of servers. The faint echo of a voice whispering in his head. Ronan, or whoever you are. Wake up, he gasped, sitting up sharply. The world tilted sideways, then steadied. He was inside one of the pods, the same kind he'd seen before. Only this time, he was the one behind the glass. The fluid drained, the pod door hissed open, and he stumbled out, coughing. He looked around. The lab was in ruins. Burned-out consoles, shattered drones. The cube lay cracked on the floor, glowing faintly blue. You're alive, the voice said. He turned toward a flickering monitor. Elias's face appeared, fragmented like a broken video feed. Or maybe you're not. Ronan stared at his reflection in the glass and froze. His face was wrong. Subtle differences, eyes lighter, scar gone, jaw sharper. Which version am I? He asked quietly. Veil 14, Elias replied. The last backup neurocloud ever made before the purge. He exhaled, hollow. So I died. And they brought me back again. Not them, Elias said. You, before the wipe, you transferred yourself into the cube. You didn't want them to control you anymore. Ronan blinked. So, I saved myself. Part of you did. But there's a problem. He frowned. What kind of problem? The recall protocol didn't stop. It's rewriting you right now. Your memories unraveling. Ronan looked down. His hands flickered, pixelated for an instant. He felt his thoughts slipping, names, faces, sensations, vanishing like vapor. How long? Minutes? Maybe less. Then help me stop it. There's no stopping it, Elias said softly. But there is one way out. Ronan picked up the cracked cube. Inside, tiny pulses of light danced like trapped souls. Inside that cube is the original consciousness, you and me combined. If you merge with it, you might stabilize. You'll lose who you were, but you'll survive. Ronan stared at it, jaw tight. Or you can destroy it, end the cycle, and take every copy of us with it. No more dealers. No more experiments. Ronan laughed weakly. So live as something I don't even understand. Or die free. It's your choice, Elias said. It always was. He looked at the cube again. The pulsing light seemed to react to him, rhythmic, almost like a heartbeat. He thought of all the versions of himself, the dealers, the thieves, the victims, each one believing they were real, each one dying for someone else's profit. He tightened his grip on the cube. Elias, he said quietly, if I do this, what happens to you? I stop existing, Elias replied. But maybe that's how it should end. Ronan smiled faintly. You made me 2 deal memories, Elias. But the only memory worth keeping is the truth. He raised the cube, then smashed it against the floor. The room exploded in light. A scream echoed through his head, not of pain, but release. The lights dimmed. The hum stopped. Silence. Hours later, the lab doors slid open. NeuroCloud recovery units entered, scanning the wreckage. One paused before the shattered pods. A faint shimmer pulsed on the floor, fragments of corrupted data flickering like dying fireflies. "Any survivors?" one agent asked. The technician frowned. No human life signs, just one active signal in the neural core. Residual code. Maybe. It's strange, it's looping a phrase. What phrase? The tech turned the monitor toward him. "K." On the screen, in broken digital text, the message repeated, "I am not your memory."